This show is sponsored by MidasResources.com, your trusted source for precious metals since 1996. Call Midas today at 1-800-686-2237.
What is up? Greetings, friends, and welcome to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and to your well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to the Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That's why we're here every day on the Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 26 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne and eczema and rosacea and psoriasis, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may say that's a miracle, this renewing and healing system is really no miracle at all. It's really just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we're here to help you out on the Bright Side. If you want to learn more about the longevity products, the ones I take, the ones I recommend, you can give us a shout at 866-582-9933. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear us talk about on the program, you can go over to the website brightsideben.com. You can take a look at the shopping cart, or if you want to start a longevity business, you can click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com and start yourself a longevity business, make some money selling longevity products, help me in my mission to educate the world about the importance and the power of a good nutritional supplement program. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. All right, continuing on with our talk about SSRIs and serotonins. A couple things, actually, I want to say before we get into the whole anti-anabolic, anti-building effect of serotonin reuptake inhibitors, the anti-building effect of serotonin, the stress hormone that is positioned as a happy hormone by doctors and lay people and drug companies. Before I get into that, I want to talk about a couple of things I mentioned yesterday. Actually, something I said yesterday, something I said the day before. Yesterday I talked about flushing your Prozac down the toilet, flushing your SSRIs down the toilet, and I caused a little bit of a stink. I got a whole bunch of letters from people who said, you shouldn't flush your medicines down the toilet, and to a certain extent that is correct. Flushing most medications down the toilet is probably not a good idea, although according to the FDA, there are medicines that they do recommend that you flush down the toilet. You can get a list of these medications from the FDA. I'm not sure why they feel like it's okay. You know, when you take your Prozac, you take your drugs, eventually they're going to end up going down the toilet anyway as they pass through your body, perhaps not in the pure way that they would get into the water supply the same way as if you dumped your pills straight into the toilet. But in any case, one way or another, they're going in the water supply, and we do have measurable amounts of drugs in the water supply. That having been said, it's probably not a good idea to flush most medications down the toilet. According to the FDA, you want to actually use something called a medicine take-back program. Some areas, some communities have medicine take-back programs. You're going to want to contact your local county government or your local city government to find out if there are medicine take-back programs, if recycling services will take back medicines in your community. This is if you're on a lot of medications. For most folks, otherwise, your average prescriptions, most people are only taking 1 or 2 prescriptions, and they're going to finish the doses, so that's not as much of a problem. But if you do have a lot of prescriptions that you're taking and you decide to bail on your prescriptions and you want to get rid of them, according to the FDA, number one, you can do some research on medicine take-back programs. Number 2, you can flush certain medications down the toilet, and you want to go to the FDA website, which is fda.gov. /drugs. And there's a list of medications that they do feel like you can flush down the toilet. You got to take the FDA's information with a grain of salt, of course, but this is just in the interest of letting you know. And then the other way that the FDA recommends that you get rid of medications is by taking the medications, mixing them all up into kitty litter or used coffee grounds, putting the whole mixture into a sealed paper bag, and then throwing that sealed paper bag in household trash. This is the way that the FDA on their website recommends that you get rid of medications. So first, the medicine take-back program. Second, flushing down the toilet certain medications, and there is a list on the FDA's website. And then third, wrapping the medications up in kitty litter or coffee grounds, putting the mixture in a paper bag, or in a plastic bag, sealed plastic bag, and throwing the whole thing out in your household trash. So I wanted to get that out of the way. I got probably 7 or 8 letters from folks saying, don't flush your medicines down the toilet, including one from a water guy, a water purification expert in England. So thank you for your letters. Appreciate that. Second thing I want to say, a couple days ago we were talking about serotonin and depression. And I said that there is no association between low serotonin levels and depression. Well, I kind of misspoke. What I meant to say is there is no causal link. It has never been shown that low serotonin in the brain is linked to depression. There is an association. There is anecdotal associations, and there is some research that indicates that people who are depressed have lower levels of serotonin. The problem is you can't really test for serotonin in the brain. Serotonin is largely a blood and digestive hormone. It's only partially, very small amount of serotonin in your bodies and your brain, and it's impossible to test in your brain unless you're dead. Then they can test your brain. But if you're alive, there's no test for serotonin in the brain. So there's no real way to know if low serotonin in the brain is the cause of depression. And my hunch is, because depression is such a complicated subject, it's very, very unlikely. All right. I want to continue talking here about this link between digestive wellness, digestive health, and serotonin, and mental health issues in general. We left off the program yesterday. We left off our talk at the beginning of the program yesterday talking about digestive tract cells that are very, very similar to cells of the pineal gland and cells of the adrenal gland. And these are called enterochromaffin cells. They're actually stress cells. You have cells in your adrenal gland called chromaffin cells. And these chromaffin cells located in the adrenal glands are considered to be major cells of the stress system. Well, your digestive tract has its version of these stress cells. They're called enterochromaffin cells. And one of the main roles, if not the main role, of these digestive stress cells, that's what you can call enterochromaffin cells. In fact, that's just what I'm going to call them. I'm going to call them digestive stress cells. You have cells in the digestive system, cells in the digestive tract that are related to cells of the adrenal gland, your fight or flight glands. You basically have a fight or flight system in your digestive tract. We've talked about this a lot, this relationship of stress and digestive health to overall health and wellness. Well, it turns out that you have stress cells in the digestive tract, and guess what? These stress cells, one of their most important roles, perhaps the most important role, is to secrete serotonin. Yet another reason why, or another proof, more proof, why, showing how the digestive tract and enterochromaffin cells and serotonin are incredibly connected, very intimately connected to the stress system, and yet another piece of evidence that shows that serotonin is a stress hormone. I was reading a book this morning before I went on the air, called Potatoes Not Prozac, and this was a classic book that came out right around the time Prozac became big in the late 1980s, early 1990s, and it talks about how serotonin is a happy hormone and low levels of serotonin are associated with depression. And the author of this book, Dr. Kathleen Desmaisons, says that you should eat a lot of potatoes and lots of carbohydrates to keep your serotonin levels up. Well, folks, this is just more silliness, more propaganda, more nonsense about the idea that serotonin is somehow connected to joy and bliss and happiness. And the fact of the matter is that not only is serotonin a stress hormone, but the last thing you want to do if you're dealing with serotonin issues is eat more potatoes or eat more sugar of any kind. In fact, one of the classic ways to decrease serotonin response is to raise your blood sugar and raise your insulin. We'll continue this when we come back from our break. I am Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this.
Pharmacist Ben Fuchs knows the importance of proper digestion.
Make sure you take a look at the Ultimate Enzyme product. They're made with bile salts and fat digestion enzymes and protein digestive enzymes. And not only do the Ultimate Enzymes give you obvious benefits for digestion, but they can also help keep your blood flowing through your circulatory system. As most of you probably know by now, thick, sludgy, clotting blood is a serious risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Clearly, inappropriate and excessive blood clotting is a major health issue, and thick, sludgy blood is not just about heart health either. Sludgy blood can compromise oxygenation and nutrient delivery to all your cells and tissues and organs and ultimately lead to almost any health issue you can name.
Concerned about proper digestion and heart health? Order Ultimate Enzymes by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470 or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
Quantitative easing, unemployment at depression levels, Europe financial system falling apart, China getting out of U.S. treasuries. At the end of 2008, the time of TARP, the national debt was at $11 trillion, gold trading around $850 per ounce. Close to 2012, the national debt exceeded $16.4 trillion, gold doubled to $1,600 per ounce. The $20 trillion threshold for the national debt is inevitable. Politicians in Washington have a ferocious appetite for spending and stimulus. What's worse, a printing press to finance. 100 years ago, we had a gold standard to limit this madness, but now you have to adopt your own gold standard. Don't be fooled with paper promises. Get Midas Resources 10 Reasons to Buy Gold free by calling 800-686-2237. Understanding the gold and silver market may be the only insurance you could have to avoiding the next economic crisis. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order your free copy. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2014 for 20% off of your entire order and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
All right, welcome back to the Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time, and 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. If you miss a program, you can get all the programs up there, 2 years almost worth of programs at brightsideben.com. You'll also find a shopping cart with all the Youngevity products, including the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, my personal favorite Youngevity product, and a Join the Team link, the Join Now link on the upper left-hand corner of the page if you want to start a Youngevity business or join me in my mission to educate the world about the importance of nutritional supplementation.